Hello guys, welcome to 1878 Blues. This is Stuart again. I've decided to do a little transfer video, something a bit different. I kind of don't want to copy the other Everton YouTube channels. It's like, if you've heard of them, then why would you want to hear off me on my opinion on it? But I thought, why not? I need to do something different instead of doing match reactions. But yeah, um, I'm sad. I'm sad. For some reason, honestly, I'm gonna give my opinion on the Lucas Digne situation. Um, well, the transfer to Aston Villa, of course. It's sad. It's just sad. It's sad for a player who actually wanted to stay with us. A player that did care about the club. I did see that through and through. I've never doubted his commitment to the club, and he's always appreciated the fans, and he's always, worked his best. He's tried his hardest. But simply the past 18 months, I'd say, and a lot of other people have been saying online, it's not been good enough. Now, I don't know if we can fault the managers for that, for his loss of form and the ability to attack, which he was great in the first season. This is hence why I got the t-shirt, the Everton shirts with Dean's name at the back. So I was excited. I was made up. I was over the moon that we could find a replacement to Leighton Baines. And he was fantastic. We had numbers like Trent and Robertson for Liverpool. So I held him to high regard, and I was obviously made up that we had a player like that. And obviously always been a worry after that first season was, are we going to be able to keep him? There's going to be bigger teams out there who are going to be after him. And yeah, it's just never really occurred, never really happened. But unfortunately, I'll say maybe it's into his second season a little bit. He was still good, but I don't know when it happened. I don't know why it happened, but he's just not been the same for quite a while. I don't know. See, I've just seen before that Chris Wood signed for Newcastle, and it's great to hear a player being honest instead of saying the same thing all the time. And he was saying, and because he's 30 as well, he was going like, he was comfortable at Burnley. He was comfortable. It was easy for him. He was always going to probably play for that team unless they took a big leap, got a big takeover or something. Burnley are just going to be Burnley, and he was probably going to be there till he retires if no one came in for him. And he was, like I said, he was comfortable. Now he's wanting to progress at Newcastle. This is a big step for him. Yes, he's at the latter stage of his career in a sense. Not really, but like he's getting there in a few years' time. And this is his big step up. And I just feel like that is become an issue with Digne. Like, I'll never say he wasn't committed to the club. He wasn't a winner. He wanted to do well with Everton. He was just happy to be here. His family was comfortable here, whatnot. Listen, we never know. We'll never know. But his performances, you know what? There's also been an issue at this club that we haven't had competition in certain positions. I feel like Pickford stepped up his game since Rob Olsen played for us, because Rob Olsen was getting decent games. Pickford was getting dropped. And ever since then, Pickford's kind of woken up and become a different keeper for us. Because I remember doing a video on TikTok like over a year ago now, when I was wanting Pickford out on one of my match reactions, and I wanted him out, and ever since then he's been great for us. So I feel like the issue with Lucas Digne is that he hasn't had that competition. We've had a few players go into that position. We had Baines at the latter end of his career at Everton, was with, I think, Digne for the first season or so, and Digne was fantastic. We've had Nkunku, who's not wasn't the plans of Ancelotti and Benitez. which I find mad. I just think there's so much you can be a different player from training and playing in a match. There's different levels, there's different ways players react, and I feel like Nkunku played fantastic in that cup game. Like, I've not seen a left back or right back for Everton for a while play that way. Yes, it was against a lower league opposition, but it was his confidence, the ability to flick, to the deliveries as well. It doesn't matter who you're playing against, if your deliveries aren't good, you know, it doesn't matter. It's you've still got to deliver the ball to to a point where you can have a chance of scoring. And his deliveries in that match were fantastic. I remember going, God, he is unbelievable. And he's just not really had the chance since then. He's gone on loan as well. So Luca Dean hasn't really had competition. I just don't know if he's got to that point. He's got to that point with us that, like Chris Wood at Burnley, just getting too comfortable and not performing at the levels he could have been. You know, it probably hasn't felt like he has to prove a point. You know, he was always playing for us. He was always in the starting 11. So, yeah, I don't know if that's the case. But obviously, I know that Rafa and him have had issues. They've not, he's not gone to the tactics Dean would like to play in. You know, probably Dean doesn't feel like he can get us forward as much, and he's more focused defensively. But I'm going to be honest as well, like Luca Dean defensively hasn't always been, hasn't been great, to be honest, a lot. He's done his odd little tackles, and then, he's got back and whatnot, and, he's always tried to defend, but I just feel like he's so easily beaten, and I think he loses concentration sometimes. I mean, even, he's gone to Villa now, and Villa, when we played against Villa, 3 of the goals, I would say, was kind of his fault. I mean, the second one was an own goal. Listen, that can happen, but the first and third, I think especially the first goal, he just got so caught out of position, or caught out. He got the wrong side of Cash. Cash got and scored. And then Leon Bailey ran through at the end. The Dean was just miles away. So, listen, he's not, it's not the end of the world that he's gone. Everyone's saying he's a fantastic player for us. He was great at a certain point. He has fell off, and you can't deny that, because a lot of games I've been raging at him. And just also getting very frustrated with how slow he is. I think the standard of the Premier League is getting better and better and better. And I know you've probably heard that millions of times, but it is. There's about 7-8 teams who probably can get in the top 4 now. And a lot of teams have got fast wingers as well. And I just feel like Dean gets beaten a lot. And I've noticed a lot of goals come from his side as well. But I can never, obviously, listen, I had this t-shirt shirt for a reason with his name at the back. I had it for a reason, because he was great in the first season, but just since then he's dropped off. And it's not nice to see players you kind of get connected to, and you want them. I wanted nothing more than Luca Dean to do well for us. I wanted him to rediscover that form, but it is what it is, and it's not worked out, and he's fell out with the manager, and you've made the move, and we're just gonna have to accept it, because, to be honest, that money is decent for a player who's been out of form for a while. And we're starting to get to the age where he has to start doing something with his career. He needs to make a step up, or he needs to start winning trophies and whatnot. As he's 29 in May, and it's just, in my head, I just feel like we need to move on from these signings and players who haven't done too much for us, in a sense. They haven't had much success with us. We need to just kind of revamp the whole squad. But yeah, look, it is what it is. Hopefully Mikalenko could do something for us. I'm not too sure yet. I haven't got a clue what he's like. It's a very random sign, and I've never heard of him before he joined us. So we are taking a massive risk here, losing a player who knows the club inside and out now. Has played us for a while, but it is what it is. It's just, sometimes in football you have to take risks, and in football, people move on, life moves on. So yeah. Any other news? I've not heard anything for us for a while. I've heard that. I mean, it's not even been on Sky Sports News, so I don't know where Fabrizio Romano's got this from. But El Ghazi from Villa could be joining us. The left side, I think he's left winger. I'm not too sure on him. I feel like it's a bit of a, we've lost a big. It's kind of like a sorry present to Everton fans to bring a player in, at least, because we've lost Dean. But I don't know, it's a bit of a weird signing for me. I don't know if you necessarily need him, and I'm hoping it doesn't impact the likes of Gordon, who has been progressing well this season. Other news, I haven't heard anything about the Longstaff. I'm not really too sure on him anyway, but I definitely do know we do need someone in the centre mid. I feel like Alan Decore, one of them gets injured, it's a disaster for us, you know what I mean? But they haven't been that great this season, to be honest, themselves. The centre defence needs sorting out. I don't know why we're not linked to anyone, and I don't know why we're not trying to go for anyone. I know it's hard with the market and the FFP and all that, but we need someone at centre back, man. It's just not been good enough this season. Lack of concentration, no leader. Michael Keane is a desperate defender in my eyes. He's always has been. He'll never progress. Listen, he tries his best, but he's just simply not good enough. It's as simple as that. Get straight to the point. He's simply not good enough. He's too inconsistent. And I just feel like I watch a replay of him, like he just plays the same type of performance every game. He always hits them long balls. Most of the time, don't go to anyone. But the odd occasion it does, and everyone cheers him and says he's played great today and all that. But he's just not the centre back I want at the club. Godfrey will always improve. But to be honest, right now, I don't know what's happened to him, but I just don't. He's just not been the same this season. I'm hoping he does rediscover his form, but I just feel like he does lack concentration. I think he gets a bit excited. Holgate, never liked him, never will. Arrogant. And I'm hoping he does leave at some point. And there has been rumours that he could go out on loan. I mean, I'll happily just take him myself to wherever he wants to go. He is understood of looking at, you would potentially move, you know what I mean? So maybe this is the end of Holgate and hopefully we can get someone in. But obviously, Yerry Mina is our best defender, but he's always injured. He's never, he never plays for us, but when he does, he makes us instantly better. It's very frustrating that that's what we have. But it is what it is. Branthwaite is, obviously someone who's up and coming, but I've happily had Branthwaite over some of them defenders we have at the club, but it is what it is. I'm not the manager, but any other news of transfers? I've not really seen any, to be honest. I don't know if we're in for anyone else. There's a lot of paper talk and rumour talk as always, but once it gets to the nitty gritty and I see a lot of posts on Twitter and the rumours start to flare up a bit more, I will talk about it. But I could just say we could be linked to Messi for all I know. We're never going to get him. But this is what we need. We need something in the centre of the park, either defence or midfield, because we're just very weak there, and we do get out-battled a lot by a lot of other Premier League sides, and we need to sort that out because we will be in trouble if we don't, I reckon. But yeah, up to now with the Michalenko and Patterson signings, fantastic. Obviously I don't know what Michalenko has. I've seen more of Patterson. I am very hoping Patterson is the real deal for us, because we need to sort the right back position out, and I'm just happy we have bought someone to provide that competition now, and hopefully seal a place in that starting 11 consistently. I do love Coleman, but he is past his day, we all know that. But yeah, look, listen, I'm sad about the year. This t-shirt now, this Everton shirt now, probably won't wear. I look stupid with this, so I'll probably put it in me, like, I've got like a memory box thing where I keep all the stuff I used to wear and whatnot. I've got loads of different Everton shirts in there, so that's gonna have to unfortunately get stored in there now. Even though it's a nice shirt, I can wear it on me rough days, but I look a bit mad. He's not like a legend at the club. If you're a Liverpool fan, you can have Gerrard on your back. It doesn't matter. No one will judge. But if I have Dean at the back, it looks a bit mad if I walk around with that. So, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I'll do another video soon. I do apologise as well, just before I finish, that I didn't do a reaction to the whole game. I'm pretty sure I was very hungover, and I had things going on as well, so I just didn't really have the time to get to do it. But that game in itself was unneeded. It's Everton for you. We didn't need to make it as stressful as it was. Yes, it was a cup game, but the goals are great. The goals against us wasn't. especially the first one, just proves our tactics. But Benitez is not working right now, to be honest, with me. A little quick word about him, like, I'm just not too sure with him. I'm a bit worried that he is becoming an agent Rafa for Liverpool fans, and he will take us down. I'm hoping not, but he is worrying me with the tactics, you know, the falling out with players. He's done it before at other clubs. It just worries me, and I'm just hoping it doesn't get to the point where he does get sacked and then he's kind of damaged the club to the point where it's beyond repairable for the rest of the season. Listen, I had nothing. I felt weird when he first joined, and I wasn't, you know, the best. I wasn't pleased, you know what I mean. But he has been a good manager in the past. I'm just personally thinking right now, I'm seeing signs of someone who's past it and who's too stubborn to change his tactics and stick to the modern game and understand what this club actually needs instead of what he thinks he needs. Fans know better than anyone. I don't care what anyone says. Fans know better than anyone. We know what we need, and we know how we need to play as well. In a sense, we kind of know how the players can perform and what they're best at. I just don't think he's playing them right at the moment. And yeah, that's that's what I have to say about Benitez. But yeah, my name's Stuart again. It'll be fantastic. I don't normally ask this, but a lot of YouTubers do, so why not? But it would be great if you could subscribe, even if you're not an Everton fan. And yeah, if you can like the video, share it, do whatever you can. I'm just trying to be more consistent with this. And also, if anyone can let me know, I'm not lazy. I have tried to look myself, and it is a bit different. Like, I'm not really seeing anything which is cross clear of how to do this, but if anyone can help me with some graphics on some of my videos, I'm not the best at them. I should, because I'm a filmmaker. I do edits and that. I haven't edited in a while, to be honest, but I need to know something else to do graphics while I'm doing a video like this. But yeah, please let me know. All the advice will be the best for me, because I don't know how to do it. But yeah, cheers. In and out.